Celine Dion is pulling back the curtain on all of the highs and heartbreaking lows of her health journey in her new documentary, I Am. Celine Dion, the Grammy-winning songstress, 56, has largely remained out of the spotlight since she publicly announced in 2022 that she'd been diagnosed with stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that causes muscle stiffness and spasms. Now, Dion has returned in a moving documentary that offers viewers an unflinching look into the "It's All Coming Back to Me Now" singer's ongoing health battle, including one medical emergency that almost required them to call 911. Scroll on to learn about 5 of the most heartbreaking moments within the documentary. Her medical emergencies. Dion suffers 2 medical emergencies within the documentary. She can be briefly seen being placed upon a gurney by emergency services at the beginning of the film, but her second SBS flare-up is chronicled in full during an emotional and terrifying moment at the end of the film. Shortly after attending a recording session, Dion goes to physical therapy only to notice that her foot is spasming. As they attempt to remedy the problem, Dion's condition worsens, and she has a seizure. Placed on her side, the singer begins to cry as she is given 2 doses of nasal spray intended to help relax her muscles. After administering the medication, her doctor confirms that if she goes back into spasm, then we'll do a 911 call, but Dion is slowly able to come back once the medication begins to take effect. Her tearful attempt to sing. Dion describes how stiff person syndrome affects her vocal ability in the beginning of the film. "Before I got really hit with SBS, my voice was the conductor of my life," she said. "When I try to breathe, my lungs are fine. It's what's in front of my lungs that's so rigid because of stiff person syndrome," she explains, before her voice cracks when she attempts to hit a higher note. "That's what happens. It's very difficult for me to hear that and to show this to you," she confesses through tears. "I don't want people to hear that." The tribute to Bear. The credits for I Am. Celine Dion include a tribute to Bear, the singer's adorable dog that sadly died between filming of the documentary and its release. Bear makes multiple appearances in the film, including in a scene where Dion feeds the golden retriever breakfast in the morning and another where it can be seen snoozing on the floor next to a napping Dion. Why Dion stays at home. Outside of her appearance at the 2024 Grammys, Dion has largely stayed out of the public eye since announcing her diagnosis, and that's been on purpose. The singer explains that she has chosen to limit her exposure to the outside world as penance for having to cancel her Courage World Tour dates due to her condition. "If somebody sees me have a good time for a moment with my family, and I was supposed to be on stage, and they had a ticket that night, they have the right to come to me and say, 'Hey,' she says. 'I can't just do whatever I want. I can't go out. I'm stuck.'" Remembering Renee Angelil. I Am. Celine Dion also pays tribute to the singer's late husband, Renee Angelil, who died in 2016 at age 73 following a battle with throat cancer. Angelil, who also served as Dion's manager, is remembered through archival footage of the pair smiling and dancing together, which is then juxtaposed with a video of Dion walking down the aisle in a black dress at his funeral. Throughout the montage, Dion can be heard performing All by Myself at a concert.